How you doing, guys? Welcome to my channel, Mid-Season, where you get Mets content and MLB news from around the league. I want to talk today about a couple of things about the bullpen again, and how the Mets been doing so far in their games that I've been watching, and talk about a couple of players and stuff. Um, First, I just want to say that yesterday Odorizzi agreed to terms with the Houston Astros on a 2-year deal. Um, so he's off the table. Today, the Nationals let go of Jeffers, however you pronounce his name. They didn't disclose what the issue was. I'm thinking either retirement or he started to notice that he wasn't going to get the closer's job. I'm thinking one of those two things. So we'll find out there about that. And I just want to talk a couple of things about the Mets, what I've been seeing, some of the things I like and some of the things I don't like. First thing I want to talk about is Pete Alonso. He's looking really good. He's going straight away Oppo a lot on his at bats, which is great. In 2019, I can almost guarantee you at least 80% of his home runs were to straight away or right center field. Last year, it was the opposite. Um, Out of his 16 home runs, I probably easily 13 of them were pulled. He was unbalanced a lot on his swings. I didn't like his season last year at all. I like what I see now. Today he hit a little punch single through the hole. They were playing him to pull with the shift, and he took it. It wasn't even like a two-strike pitch or anything. He just took what they gave him right off the bat, and he singled. I really like that. You know, so I'm really happy with Pete. It shows his knowledge, and that he knows when what he needs to do, and so that's great. So I'm expecting a great season from Pete. A nice bounce back. Um, Another thing that I don't hear anyone talking about is Dom Smith. Where's Dom Smith in left field? Out of what 5 games that they've played, he's played 2 or 3 times as a DH. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Um, I don't know if this is a Rojas thing on his own. I don't know if management or what's going on there, but it just makes absolutely no sense to me at all because I thought they were gonna play Dom Smith in left, and he needs as many reps out there, as many innings, as many balls hit to him, um, out in left field. Um, I'm seeing Almora getting a lot more run than Dom, which I don't understand. Honestly, I don't like what I'm seeing from Almora. His at bats, he's swinging at everything. Um, a lot of first pitch swinging, 2 pitches tops. Now I see why he's not that good of a hitter. With that approach, I don't think he's gonna make it through the year with the Mets. To be honest with you, and I don't understand. Why Dom Smith is not playing left field and nobody's talking about that. It's DH 2 times I think, and 3 games not playing, plus with a couple of days off. So we'll see about that. I'm a little confused. Um, I have to say today and a couple of the games, especially today though, Mets defense looked like shit. Especially at third base, McNeil playing at third looked like he never even played third base. I'm not gonna get on Jeff as much, but I'll give you my point on why I brought it up. I'm not gonna get on Jeff because I know he's a solid defensive player wherever he plays. But my point of bringing it up is sometimes when you have an issue somewhere in sports, the ball seems to find that issue, regardless of who you put there or who's in position. So I'm a little worried about that. Um, there was a couple of misplay balls, even a throw from the outfield hit the runners. You might be like, well, that happens. The ball could. That's not my point. Is that the ball found the runner. It hit him, bounced, past the pitcher's mouth. It was a mess, And my point is that you know, when you have issues at a position, it always seems the ball always seems to find that area. And I think they're gonna have to address the third base a lot sooner. I mean, to wait for the trade deadline, what are you gonna do? Wait till you're 12 games out of first place? You know, third base has costed you 3 games. You can't wait till to July 31st. If there's issues like that. So there you go, right there. There's one issue for me, and then also to the Dom Smith and not playing in left field. As far as the bullpen, not liking what I'm seeing either. The lower tier guys are the ones that we need to step up. Um, the kid from Minnesota that they signed, the side armor, he pitched okay today. He pitched well. He looked good. Um, the other day, Familia came in right away, first and third, same bull crap, runners on base, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see there. Um, what happens there. It's like I said, when you have issues in sports, the plays or the ball always seems to find it. So defensively at third already did not look good. Also to Pilar today, fielded a ball against the wall, right? Somebody hit a shot, he fielded it, and he turned around and held the ball. And the guy took off, rounded second and went to dirt for a triple. This is a veteran Gold Glove outfielder that the ball hit the base of the wall. He fielded and he didn't throw it back in. I didn't hear the guy speak about that either on TV today. Gary, Keith, and Ron. He hesitated and the guy took an extra base on him. Well, I mean, he was running hard all the way, but he didn't get the ball in, okay? I saw what happened. I seen it, and I know what I'm talking about. So, just things like that. I understand it's spring training, but that's a veteran player. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Maybe he doesn't like playing right field. It was in right field today, even though that's not an excuse. Um, again, as far as the bullpen, Shane Green is still out there. You hear nothing about the Mets talking to him. Again, I don't understand. I don't understand any of that. Maybe they know something again, that I don't. And I wanted to hit on one more subject. There's an issue I have. And one thing that you're going to get out of me and this channel is you're not going to get any BS. There's this thing out there, and I understand of Diaz, people not trusting Diaz, okay? I understand. I completely understand. He had a crap 2019, and the excuse for last year was that there was no fans, right? And I bring this up a lot, and I keep hearing the excuse for Pete Alonso. I'm going to be honest with you. 2020 for Pete Alonso, to me, was straight trash and garbage. He was one of the worst hitters in baseball with runners on base. I know a lot of fans are gonna get mad at this, whoever, But I'm gonna, like they say, keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. His season last year was trash. 16 homers with 32 RBIs, trash. His on base percentage, trash. His strikeouts to walk ratio, trash. And I get it. We could use the excuse that Diaz did well because there was no fans, and maybe Pete Alonso's adrenaline wasn't there last year with no fans. But here's the facts. Here's facts. They each have one great season. Diaz with Seattle with the 57 saves and Pete's rookie year. All right? Don't tell me, okay, when I bring up that Diaz was clutch in the World Baseball Classic for Team Puerto Rico, right? When I say that there's a lot of pressure in those games, don't tell me you don't know when, number one, if you're not Hispanic, Latino, or Puerto Rican, or Dominican, or Venezuelan, or Cuban, don't tell me that there's not pressure there. Because I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Hispanic, and I can tell you those games mean a lot to them. Those games are pressure, full of pressure. Okay? They play with all their heart, sweat, gut, and tears with those games. And Diaz came through. So I really don't want to hear that those games don't mean as much, number one, right? Then you justify Pete Alonso's season But Diaz can't get that because there was no fans in the seats. That's not fair to me. And I get it. Diaz was shit in 2019. But guess what? Pete was shit in 2020 to me. All right? Because a guy that poses a threat like Pete does, with his eyes closed, should have a 400 on base percentage. At least in the 380s, 385 and up, 388, at least. The threat that he poses with a bat in his hand, okay, he should get at least 40 walks a season just out of fear from the opposing team. And I'm not talking about intentional walks. All right? The reason he hasn't gotten as many intentional walks and walks like that is because he's swinging at bad pitches. I believe in Pete, and I believe he's gonna have a great year. Like I started the video off, I like what I've seen so far. Going opposite field, straightaway center. That's 2019 Pete. But again, I'm tired of the excuses for one player and the hatred for another. To me, that's bullshit. It's straight bullshit. And like I said, in this channel, you're gonna get the reality. I'm a Mets fan. I'm rooting for every Met player. I don't care where they came from. I don't care who they are. I want everyone to do well. But if you play like shit, I'm going to say you play like shit. Diaz shit 2019. Pete Alonso shit 2020. You have 16 homers. All right, you should have easily at least 50 RBIs. He had 32. It's garbage. He sucked with runners in scoring position. And a 340 on base percentage with the fear that he should have with the bat in his hand. So, again, yes, I am defending Diaz. And if it was the other way, I'd be doing the same thing. I'm tired of hearing the talking crap about Diaz and then the bigging up Alonso and everybody else. So, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Comment, guys, let me know what you think. I know a lot of people, are not going to be happy with me saying that, but I'm just, for me, speaking the truth. And again, I want everyone to do well. I hope Diaz turns it around. But again, what pissed me off the most is when I hear that the baseball classic for Team Puerto Rico wasn't as much pressure. Nonsense, bro. Did you see Yadier Molina? Did you see Yadier Molina and Javi Baez when Molina threw that runner out? There's a video where Molina threw a runner out at second, and Javi Baez is there covering second to tag the runner. And he sees the throw is on target, and Javi Baez is already pointing at Yadier, like saying good throw, before the ball even got there. All right, you're going to tell me those guys are not motivated and there's not pressure to win those games? Maybe not for you. Maybe you don't think. And maybe that's why, the USA team hasn't been as successful, because maybe they don't believe, as far as the players, they don't take it as serious. But I can tell you that the Latin ball players, they do. All those countries. Dominican Republic. That's why you saw Big Papi, Manny Ramirez, Jose Reyes, all the great Dominican, Albert Pujols, all the great Dominican players play on those teams because they took pride in that. Venezuela loaded. Puerto Rico loaded. And Diaz did great. Shut it down for the PR team. That's where we first heard of him. That's when I became a Lindor fan. So, let's be fair across the board. And let's use and use the common sense that we have and be fair. Let's be fair about it. Again, I'm not saying that, he hasn't, and that I have the utmost faith, but let's give him a chance. But at the same time, it could be that Diaz was a little bit better last year because there were no fans. And it could be that Pete wasn't as good because the adrenaline wasn't there of the fans. But let's wait and see. I'm not saying you guys are wrong or whomever that I've spoken to is wrong, and I'm not saying I'm right. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. All right, so, that's it for now. I know things are a little slow with the videos. The pace should be picking up as far as the grade A1 players for the Mets roster. You should start seeing more of the regular everyday lineups now, starting this week. And I believe at the end of the week they already start to cut, some of the players. I seen Pete Crow Armstrong looking good out there. Mauricio looking good out there. So again, we wait and see because it is some against the lesser pitchers too. But success is success. I'm not gonna rain on it. Um, we'll see. We'll see. So once again, I like what I see from Pete. Um, Dom Smith had a couple of RBIs in Saturday's game. Hit a ball out of the ballpark. Oh, Jonathan Villar went deep today. I think he's definitely a sleeper on the team. And I said this before. I think me and Frank about sports were the only ones that said that we think is a sleeper. Picking up Villar, the guy could play. I know he had a crappy year last year, and he even had like a series against the Mets where he was like 1 for 13 with like 11 strikeouts. It was ugly, real ugly. But the guy can play. The guy can play. He's a bench player. Hopefully he becomes a super sub, and hopefully actually he doesn't play as much because then that would mean there might have been injuries somewhere or whatever. So we'll see. Keep our fingers crossed with the bullpen. Um, you know, DeGrom was named opening day starter. No surprise there. Best pitcher in baseball. Um, Noah's looking good. I'm keeping up on that. Um, again, we need the lesser tier from the bullpen to pick it up a little bit. A lot of base runners. Barnes. I think he had an inning, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. That's not gonna work, man. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for him, and it's not gonna work for the team. And I understand he's not a key guy, but still, you get called on. You got to do your job, man. You got to do your job, or you won't have one. You know. So we'll see what happens. Lucchesi pitches Tuesday, I believe. Taiwan Walker also gets his first start, I believe, on Tuesday. So we'll see what happens. All right. So if you guys like the video, leave me a comment. Let me see. Let me know what you think. I know people are not gonna be happy. I know Pete is a fan favorite. I'm a fan of his. It's just I don't like when people do that. It's nonsense. I'm not here to kiss ass. I'm not here to look cute. And just say nice things and let the bad things go or whatever. That's just not me. That's not where or how I was raised. I've been speaking about sports my whole life. I'm a Met fan for 40 years. I didn't become a Met fan in 2015. You understand what I'm saying? So I've been there through all the, little bit of good, a whole bunch of bad. You know what I'm saying? I take pride in this team. I love the Mets. And again, I just want them to do good. I want everyone to do good. All right? So, over and out. Let's go Mets.